It is thus pronounced that 2017 is the year of Fate. From the localization of Fate Grand Order to the currently airing Fate Apocrypha. Not to mention that earlier in the year, Fate Extella is released and an OVA adaptation of the first singularity of Fate Grand Order. In the coming months, the expected Fate Extra Last Encore anime will air. Lo and behold, it is the golden age for Type Moon. With all these materials, I'm sure that there are a bunch of newcomers into the Fate franchise. However, there may be some jargons or lore mentioned in the series that may confuse those who are not a hardcore Type Moon fan. I'm sure the term "go read the visual novel" get thrown around a lot, and of course, I agree with them cause, well, the visual novel is the best source you can get for all the information. However, for those who are unable to for some reason, I'm here to help you navigate through the concepts introduced in Nasuverse. So, let's put aside all those salt and waifus as you sit down with me and lore on the lore of the Throne of Heroes. Before I can explain what the Throne of Heroes is, we need to understand the concept of a heroic spirit in general. Heroic spirits are the legendary souls of heroes like Gilgamesh who achieved great deeds in human history and worshipped as heroes after their death. Heroic spirits are not mere ghosts, but a being of higher existence whose existence itself is shrouded by mystery. Each heroic spirit is a unique existence by itself, as no other heroes are the same as the others. Heroes who actually existed and their exploits gathered into history books. Then there are heroes who only exist in myth and legends. Then there are those who are categorized as the unobserved, people who became heroic spirits through their contract with the world. The best example being Shiro. In return for power, the contracted will then be turned into a heroic spirit or a counter guardian after their death as compensation. Now, we reach the meat of the issue, the Throne of Heroes. The throne is another entity of its own, or an external dimension that is separated from the world. It exists outside of the multiverse. It does not have the concept of time and space. Past, present, and future means nothing to it. Instead of an actual throne, it is more akin to an omnipresent record keeper of heroes and their exploits. Upon the hero's mortal death in their time, their soul is removed from the world and the cycle of rebirth. The soul, or the core of their existence, is transported to the throne and stored there indefinitely. Under normal circumstances, the soul of the hero will be kept there for eternity and will not be freed from the throne. This scenario applies to the heroic spirit Emiya, who tried to kill his past self Shiro in the hopes of releasing himself from the throne. However, the nature of the throne that exists outside of time and space makes this futile. First, this version of Emiya is from a parallel world. Second, even if Shiro is killed, the soul of Emiya is already recorded and continue to exist within the throne. When the heroic spirits are summoned as servants for a Holy Grail war, the servants are merely copies of the hero whose soul or main body still exists within the throne. Once they die as servants, the copy returns to the main body in the throne, and the hero could access the data the copy experienced in the war. As another Grail War comes around, if the same hero is summoned, a new fresh copy devoid of the previous war's memory is produced as servant. However, it is important to note that Arthuria's circumstances are special. When she is summoned as a servant, she is summoned at the point of her death when she made a contract with the world to allow her to join the war. Therefore, she does not exist within the throne yet. When she dies in Fate Zero, she just returned to the point of her death. By answering another call for summoning in Fate's Day Night, she is summoned with the previous war's memory. Counterforce can be set as an antivirus of the world. Heroic spirits who are not worshipped as heroes and made a contract with the world will instead be summoned as counter guardians. The summoning of the original self of the heroic spirit is only reserved to the world itself if it deems necessary. A counter guardian functions as a mindless enforcer that will do whatever it takes or the dirty work to suppress the threat towards humanity. Once done, the hero is returned to the throne and awaits its next summoning. Emiya's role as a counter guardian forces him to kill 1,000 if it means the threat is suppressed. Rinse and repeat, and this became a living hell for him. For the counterforce, the means justify the end. Now we are at the layman's term. Imagine the throne of heroes as a private library, the world as the owner, the counterforce and the counter guardians as personal bodyguards of the owner, the heroic spirit as the genuine and original book, the servants as copies of that book, the masters as borrowers of the book, and they own a catalyst related to the hero, aka an exclusive library card. Now, the original and genuine book is locked behind a glass case, and the owner has the only key to access that book. So those with a library card can only borrow a copy of that book. And if there are threats towards the owner, the bodyguards will take action. And that's it, folks. That's basically what the Throne of Heroes is. I hope I have helped you guys to understand some of the lore behind the Fate franchise. There may be some phrases like the world, counterforce, and the nature of the heroic spirits that need a further elaboration. As I go forward, I will cover these topics in a later time. Help me share this video to those who are interested in any Fate series so that we can all enjoy the Nasuverse even more. Subscribe and give me a like if you want more lore videos on Type Moon. This is Type Lunatic returning to the throne.